just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move. would like to do, but you just keep on talking. I see your dog needs walking. Your folk drive you insane. I know, yeah, that's true. Of course, you ain't the one to blame. Keep on talking to me. You keep on telling me your dreams. You keep on talking to me. But I just wanna see you move. Yeah, I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move. Yeah, I just wanna see you move. Wanna see you move. Sure, I like to listen. It's not like I don't wanna know. It's just that you've been talking to me 3 nights in a row. I think it's time to let go. Forget the past, just lose control. Cause life's too short for yapping. Come on and dance, come give me soul. You keep on talking to me. You keep on talking to me. You keep on talking. You keep on talking to me. You keep on telling me your dreams. Talking to me. You keep on talking, but I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you.
What's going on? What's going on? We're back.
Yes. I cannot say what's wrong or right. No. It's not hard to fool me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yes. Yeah. Lead the way. I follow. No need to say. No. Where we are heading now, babe.
In the chat room,
I follow.
how do we do it?
To the edge of it all. To the
Age,
edge of it
city,
all.
gender. Let's get it. Big Shirley.
'Cause I find no matter what.
Woo! Big Shirley, come on early.
Susceptible now. Before the moment flies. Ooh. So tell you good night. 'Cause I find no matter what. Ooh.
Yeah, baby.
Susceptible now.
If you want to join the channel, go to the desktop version of YouTube. Click the join button.
It's not a problem.
Select your level.
No.
And let's get it.
Know what I'm getting into. Yes. Yeah. And nothing can stop me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize.
Big Shirley.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, chickens, turkeys, rats, you name it!
Shout out to all the PhDs.
I'm a PhD.
I follow to the edge of it all.
Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
'Cause I find no matter what. Yeah. Susceptible now. Before the moment flies. Before it flies. So tell you good night.
Ooh, I hate them. I hate them. They're always talking about Shirley and stuff. Why can't you just go somewhere? Stop playing. They mad? But like O'Shea say, it ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Shout out to everybody. How we doing tonight? Shout out to the confident, intelligent, and assertive men out there. One love to the feminine, beautiful, inspirational ladies. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. How we doing? Oh yes, it's been getting back into the swing of things here in Hot Atlanta after I've been gone on family business for a minute. But we are back, and before we get into it, what's going on, Michael? Here's what I'm gonna ask you to do, folks. That little button right there that says like, go ahead and hit that. And if you're already in the show, do me a favor, go back up and hit the drop down button so you can, thank you, my friend, so you can make sure you get your like registered. Like, dislike, it all counts the same in the algorithm. But just go ahead and hit that like button, because if I look up and we don't have enough requisite likes or whatever, you know what happens? We hear this. And if we don't want to hear that entire song, please, candle of the evening. We're doing a kind of black and gold thing tonight. You know, just kind of feel like that right now, a little more relaxed. Probably one of the last weekends of winter. The candle is Bay. Roses and Berries, the most popular candle from Dip Peak, the most popular one. And then the fragrance of the evening, Queer Zazura from Armani Privé. Think of iris, violets, vanilla, tonka, good times and bad decisions. That's this baby right here. Been waiting for that one to drop. A lot of new fragrances dropped today. We're going to be talking about more on this one later. We'll leave it right there. Earlier today, I was wearing this from Roja Dove, H, the exclusive oud. God, this stuff smells so good. Oh, more on that later. So, there's a little spinny thing. How are we doing, folks? Are we doing good? Are we doing great? Last night's show was rather interesting, I should say. Rather interesting. A lot of things came up. When we were talking about, modern women want the world. They want the world that they didn't build. And one thing that has become a constant theme is I'm noticing that more people are starting to use modern women in their title. Modern women, modern women. Y'all should at least go ahead and give a brother a shout out, say thank you or something. But what that means, folks, is, what we're doing over here is turning some heads. And the conversation is getting started. But one of the things that you notice more than anything else is so-called modern women are in a quandary. They were told they could have it all, that they could have the world, that just by the fact of being born a woman, and that makes you superior to men. You've had a lot of programming done with modern women. And what's happening is slowly but surely, after the beer bug happened, what happened in 2020, women are starting to come. What's a modern woman? A woman in the modern age. That's a modern woman. Really? What's happened is modern women of today are realizing that just like men have always known, life is about trade-offs and choices. You cannot have it all, and you have to pick and choose. But sadly, some of this knowledge is coming too late for some people. What brought this up today was something that happened with one of the two women that I think are perfect for my physical type, Stacy Dash and Selma Hayek. Oh my God. Stacy Dash has always been the it girl for me. Since back when she made Moving in 1987 with Richard Pryor, Stacy Dash was it for me. But Stacy Dash, over the last 20 years, has witnessed her career take a nosedive through some bad publicity, some bad political stances, and some other things. And she came out basically today and said, I'm sorry. I've been angry for a long time, and people use my anger. I was the angry black woman, and I allowed myself to be used. Well, thank you, Stacy Dash, for finally stepping forward and acknowledging what so many men have been trying to say, especially in the black community. People weaponize the passion, the fire, the zest, the zeal that is represented in so many of our women as a weapon for their benefit, not for yours. Stacy Dash, Halle Berry, two of the most beautiful women on naturally beautiful women on the planet. Chronic relationship problems, unhappy. Stacy Dash acknowledges that she was a willing participant in her weaponization. Why is this important? Why is this important? Because what is really holding women back today? What's holding modern women back? For the longest, women have been told your problem is men. Your problem is men. It's the men. It's the men. It's the mean old patriarchy. It's this, it's that. But you know, just like when I had the debate with the woman I'm going to call Sable. Now we got to get these likes up, folks. We should already have like close to 3,500 likes, about 500 behind. Now, when I look over here, if it's down, I will go ahead and time it out. I will time it out. Let me go ahead and get this thing set. What so many women are realizing when they listen to me debate that woman who talk life isn't fair, it's not fair. That whiny debate display. Many women are saying, God, I didn't know why it sounded like that. And here's the funny thing I hear more often than anything else. I get this comment from women. Oh my God, hearing my thoughts come out of another woman's mouth on your show makes me realize how crazy I sound. Thank you for your show. I am now a better wife to my husband, sister to my brother, mother to my children, daughter to my mother and father. That's saying something. That's why we keep on chugging. Keep on chugging, keep on moving. Because what is really holding modern women back? Well, I submit what's holding modern women back is some key areas. First off, we talked about Stacy Dash. Stacy Dash is a sister who's had her anger weaponized by other men, and it was actually turned against probably many would say in the black community. Now, before Stacy Dash was an affirmed conservative, she was the ish from her stint on the show Clueless to her B-starring movie roles. Stacy Dash always had love. I personally loved it when she showed up in King magazine and Maxim. Oh my God. Whoo, holy Jesus, holy Jesus. And this is why I laugh when people are like, he's gay. Shit, leave your girl around me and let's see. I laugh when these people say that because just admit I'm better at this than you. I'm more talented, I'm smarter, I'm better looking, and I got more cool shit. Just admit you can't beat me. But stop trying to act like I'm gay so you can feel better about yourself. I still look better than you. I still smell better than you. I'm still smarter. I'm still more successful. I know. Oh, shade. Tell him. I know you mad, but it's not my fault. But it's still.
It burns! Oh, it burns!
I know. It burns. It burns you up to see somebody who has done something with himself in the time he has. And you can watch from here to there, chronicle his failures in public and his success in public. You can't take it away from me because you didn't do the work. And you got to look at the same time frame, the same period, same opportunities, and what have you done? Take it as a lesson. Don't hate, congratulate, get better. I'm just, I think it's funny. But anywho, Where was I at? Oh yeah, weaponized anger. I've said this to sisters before. This is why you're in HR. Look in profit centers or areas that need to be guarded or defended for a company, and you will tend to find black women in management. Human resources. Human resources. Got to make sure that, we don't have a certain amount of the wrong people getting hired. Customer service. Debt collection. Oh, yeah. Security. Any place where there's conflict, they're going to hire Big Shirley. Because Big Shirley is going to cut for her man. Who's her man? I'm sorry. Didn't you realize it's the company? It's the institution. When 1 in 4 of you going to get married, most of them are married to their job that they call a career. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was... It burns. I know it burns. I'm sorry. Get you some salve and put on it. Get you a little wine, some Xanax, some tissue, some Haagen-Dazs, because we're going there tonight. Because what's holding you back is your anger. Your anger, justified or not, is being weaponized for other people's benefit. And you're just getting older, more disagreeable, likely more out of shape, and harder to be with. See, while Stacy Dash can make the proclamation she made, she's still Stacy Dash. She's still Stacy Dash. If she had an Instagram, I would be in her DM talking about holla at your boy. I'll be in LA in a couple of weeks. And if you want to get some rehab, I got a digging stick for you. No cap. For real, for real. So Stacy, you get that message? You can call it what you want to. Selma Hayek, Stacy Dash, 1 and 2 on the bucket list. Yes, sir. We ain't got to be friends. We just got to get it in. Ho! Jesus Christ. All right, like I was saying. Everybody got their 2 or their 3. 2 of my 3. So anyway, weaponize your anger. Weaponize all that so you get to the point to where you're in your 40s or your 50s and you look up and you've sat around, you've gone through... Danger zone! The time you're 27 to 35 when you really should be focusing on finding that man that you want to make a family with and go forward. No. You trying to worry about your career. You and your...
I'm a PhD.
Most of you don't have careers. You got jobs. And you focus in your career. Even the women out there who aren't married, but you still got kids. Your kids are latchkey kids. The daycare. Karen and Kim and Heather raising your kid because you didn't marry the daddy, and you got to go to your job, and you realize you're going to get the next 20 years that you should be given to a man in your family to this building. And when it's time to promote you, they're going to hire somebody straight out of college. Oh my God, I said it. I did it. That ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. I didn't do it. It ain't my fault, but that's what happened. And then you look up and you turn around and you way up in no man's land. You way up in no man's land. The tumbleweeds are tumbling, and you are 36 to 60 years old, and you have not had a relationship since high school or college. You got a bunch of situationships. You was pregnant longer than you was with your last man. I said it. That ain't my fault. I said it. You was pregnant longer than you with the daddy. Get some counseling. Get some therapy. You got a lot to be angry about. Everybody else is talking about Valentine's Day and going on vacation, and all you got is your out of wedlock baby, your dog, a middling job, sort of career, and you cannot relate to the other women around you. So you get more mad. And instead of getting counseling or some therapy and getting yourself straight and stop getting so angry with things that really have a lot to do with you, you get more frustrated with people and they weaponize that anger. You're like the Incredible Hulk who gets stronger the more angry he gets. The problem is you're working on somebody else's behalf and their benefit. And by the time you finally calm down and Dr. Bruce Banner reemerges, you look back over the wreckage and it's not New York City. It's not Sokovia. It's not any one of them other places in the Marvel movies. The wreckage is your life. The wreckage is your life. Now your boy or your girl, your son and your daughter have finally got to the point where it's time for them to go to college and move on. Your daughter ain't staying at home. She getting as far away from you as you can. Your boy, who you likely have raised to be a beta, who's your son husband, is conflicted about leaving and going off to his life. But millennials and these zennials don't feel nearly as guilty as us Generation X guys. They leaving mama and them behind. So you got a bunch of angry Miss Havisham-like women working for these careers, and you got nothing to show for it. I'd be angry too if I was making $50,000 at 45 years old with nothing to show for it except bad knees, bunions, and 198 pounds on a 5'4" frame. I'd be pissed off too. So what do? You turn to places that tell you you're a queen of this or that or such and so forth. Oh, buy my book, this and that. And they sell you another dream and another dream and another dream. Oh, go ahead and cut your hair off. You cut your hair off to go put somebody else's hair on. Hello, what the French toast are we doing here? Or you cut your hair off and you become shorter with the big chop. Shout out to Obsidian. Big chop haircut, big tummy. What big tummy? You know the chicks I'm talking about. They're about 5 foot, 5'4", big tummy, little tiggies. Ain't nothing worse than little tiggy energy. Women talk about small PP energy. Who you think that's bad? A woman that's big with little TTs? Oh, stay away. Stay away. Hostility. So your anger, justified or not, is weaponized for somebody else's benefit. The problem is you don't have a profile like Stacy Dash, and you don't look like Stacy Dash. So you can't say, oops, I'm sorry, and get somebody to cut for you like Stacy Dash. Stacy Dash gonna be all right, because she's fine. She's still fine at 54. She's fine. What's your thing? So a lot of modern women realize they've been used. They've been used. Well, who's used them, Kevin? Well, I'm glad you asked. Who has used them? I'm glad you asked. I think you've been used by the feminist movement. See, feminism is about female choice. That's why I say it. I believe in feminism, about women having the right to choose. Housewife, career woman, you should have the choice. But these women's movements have used you ladies. I mean, Sue Ellen Browder already told you that, Cosmopolitan told women a bunch of lies to sell them products. You look back over the last 10 years, all the programming that happens during daytime TV is to make women angry at men. Why? To keep you to keep you going to work as a single person, to make the money for the upper people. I mean, don't you realize the people above you, like Beyonce, all the single ladies, buy my single while she going home to her husband. There's a lot of money in keeping you angry, ladies. There's a lot of money keeping you single and away from men. And the people who are keeping you angry is the ones that are keeping you from men. And that looks like another woman. Think about last night when I had the woman on my show and I asked her, I'm like, ma'am, why do women like you feel like you're benefiting or helping women by lying to them? This woman on my show last night said that she believed the majority of women, black women in this case, 60 to 70% of these women were fit for marriage, ready for marriage, marriageable. And she believed that the same percentage, 65 to 70% of the women are in physical shape. And she believed that 60 to 70% of these women are feminine, living right in Ohio. She said it with a straight face. That's why I uploaded it. I need you guys to watch, because women are what's holding women back. I said it. Women are holding women back. That's right. Ladies, you're being held back by your own gender. The people who rock like you, the people who look like you, the people who traffic in the outrage against men. Get my like up. Get them up. I need to be over 5,000. Or we go again. Kick it. It's my birthday weekend too, and y'all can't even get my likes up? Come on, man. Get them up. Come on. 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 Get them up. Get them up. Get them up. Get them up. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Almost there. Booty butt cheeks, booty booty butt cheeks, booty butt cheeks, booty booty butt. Why do we have to keep doing this song? Come on. All right, ladies. The people who keep you angry at men are holding you back because, like it or not, the surest way for a woman to be financially free in this world is to hook up with a productive, competitive, successful man and become his wife. That is the surest path to being rich in this country for a woman. The surest. Always has been. Partnering with a productive, competitive man and moving forward in life, even with two people having to work. I'm gonna talk about the average story. He's making 42 and you making 28. Together, y'all making 70. You can live a higher caliber of life than you ever will by yourself. But you have been sold a dream to work, be independent, have your dog and your family, while everybody above you who's higher than you has a man and a retirement plan and stock options. But the very women that keep you angry at men are the ones selling you your product. Oh, who's the first one? Your hairstylist. Hello. Your hairstylist or your nail tech. The very one keeping you angry at men. Mm-hmm. Go into your next hair appointment and put your AirPods on noise cancellation. Drown out all the negative conversation about love and hip hop, Real Housewives, all the boyfriend girlfriend intrigue. Just let her do your hair. She will probably freak out. What's wrong with you? I don't want to talk negative about men no more. Imagine if you took all the negative talk about men out of the beauty salon. That thing would operate like a damn like clockwork, like a well-oiled machine. Your appointment's at 2:00. You be out by 2:30, 2:45. Right now, your appointment's at 2:00. You ain't out until the next day. You out at 10:00 at night. Why? Because she want to tell you about her ain't shit boyfriend, ain't shit baby daddy. And everybody want to tell you all the bad stories about men, but you ask, what did you do? That's one place. The nail salon, another place where it's just all traffic in salacious conversations about how bad men are. Right? Cut it out. Get rid of it. Think about every place you go where their women are talking crap about men. They are selling you something. Why? Because anger is one of the easiest, most simple emotions to tap into. That's why in Star Wars it said anger, simple, quick path to the dark side. Because even as a baby, you could feel anger. One your first sense to develop is a sense of smell. One of your first emotions to develop is anger because it helps to keep you protected. Empathy, love, compassion, those feelings take a mature mind. Anger is natural. People stoke your anger to get you emotional, to get you to buy shit. And the one thing that's easy to keep the modern woman angry with is men. You mad at men because what they did in the past, or what you think they may do in the what you think they may do in the future. But here's the problem: you don't have one in your present. Oh, shit. Oh, oh, ooh. Godfather Jim right there. Boom. They keep you mad at men in your past, fearing your future, but in your present, big ass goose egg. Why? Because they want you to keep coming back to patronize their business, buy their books, go to their courses, their seminars, keep the chaos going. They want to keep you addicted to the anger. Yeah, yeah. Then somebody like me comes along and says, it's time to detox, time to get over that. War's over. Make peace. Get a man, him out of deal. No. No. We need you to stay mad. We need the gender war to keep going. Nope. So your company, the world keeps you angry to keep you producing, to keep you alone, and to keep you purchasing. Producing, alone, and purchasing. You down with PLP, PAP. Producing, alone, and purchasing. Producing, alone, and purchasing. Keep them producing. Keep that anger going. Yeah, she mad. Get Shirley. When Shirley had a bad weekend, our call rates are through the roof. Whatever metrics company use, whenever Shirley is mad, shit gets done. Because Shirley's mad and she at work all day because she ain't got nobody to go home to except maybe. So she going to work all day. Because we know she's not going to leave and go to the gym and then go to our man because she ain't got that. So she can stay and knock on doors and get folks elected. And oh, shit, did I say it? Oh, my God. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Jesus, I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell. But you're coming with me. Damn it. That's why they work you to death. Black women can save the world. Save yourself. You better learn how to go, save me, like Dirk the Daring and Princess, whatever her name is from Dragon's Lair. Save me. You better learn how to cry for help. You better get off that anger so people can stop using you to produce. And that anger keeps you alone. And that anger keeps you buying. Men ain't the problem, ladies. Modern women are holding modern women back more than anything else. That's right, but they'll come as your friend. Oh, no, it's not us, girlfriend. It's that old boogeyman over there. Oh, he's a snake oil salesman. He's a scam. He's a whole fraud. He's a this. They all that. They ain't trying to help you. They're just, look at them, those women over there. They're lying to those women just to get them to give the super chat to let you know men are the ones that support this channel. Thank you, ladies, that show up, but men keep this channel floating. But a lot of people watch this place because they are angry that women are listening and getting a different outcome. Women are walking away, coming over here angry and coming back realizing that, you know what, maybe this anger ain't working. Maybe I need to not be so angry all the time. Maybe I need to think about something a different way. You come out different. Ladies, what's holding modern women back more than anything else is other women. And they do it using one simple trick. In sales, how many people are in professional sales? I mean, you really had sales training. You really are a salesperson. You went to somebody's course, somebody's classroom, and you learned how to be a salesperson. And one of the things about being a salesperson is you learn how to overcome objections. And one of the oldest techniques to overcoming an objection is feel, felt, found. Feel, felt, found. How does that work, Kevin? I'm glad you asked. When somebody gives you an objection to something, let's say you're trying to close on a product. You say, you know what? I just think your product costs too much. Or I just don't think I just don't think we need your product. Whatever the objection. You know what you say? This is where you do feel, felt, found. Hey, Tom, I know how you feel. Before I found out about how good my product was or this or that, I felt the same way. But after using the Maytag washing machine, I found that it saves me time, effort, and additionally money. See, Tom, I know how you feel. You're thinking, why do I need a washing machine? I've got a wife. I felt the same way. I had a little woman at home to wash it for me. But what I found is after I got her that washing machine, she was getting the clothes washed better in half the time. And when I was coming home for some quality time, she was raring to go. Go ahead and sign right there on the line, which is dotted. Name the next one out to me. Call him Junior. All right, Tom. Feel, felt, found. Yeah, professional mother flipping salesperson. Check the skills. I wasn't born to this. I became this. I studied my craft and perfected it over years and always do. Feel, felt, found. Feel, felt, found. Feel, felt, found. And the way they use this with you ladies is they keep you in your feelings. Feel, feel, feel. I want you to listen to how many times women say, I feel. When you ask them about what they think, how many times they say, I feel. I feel, I feel, I feel, I feel, I feel. What do you think? I feel. What do you think? I feel. What do you think? I feel, I feel, I feel. Can you feel it? Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Creep with me as I rode through the hood, maniac. Hey, deep cover. I feel it. I feel, I feel, I feel, I feel, I feel. And then when you're always in your feelings, you're like an exposed nerve. You're raw. You feel everything. You're in sensory overload. You walk through life being pissed off and angry because you're an exposed live wire nerve, taking on burdens of other people that ain't your problem, sticking up for women in other groups through this whole feminist movement who you ain't had no problem with your man, but yet you fighting Becky's fight. You ain't had no problem with Tyrone. We was both just trying to get on the bus. But as long as they can keep you in your feelings, because we are passionate, expressive people, they can use you to their benefit. Those feelings that you have are supposed to be directed inwardly for your man, your family, and for your community. That's how everyone else does it. That's why they're together. That's why you ask most women of other cultures and they expect to get married. Their marital rates show. Even though some of the numbers may be trending in the wrong direction, 2019 was an all-time low of filing for divorce, all-time high in marital and new marriage filings. Men aren't your enemy, ladies. What I've been saying for the longest. Men are not your enemy. It's women who are keeping modern women back, keeping you angry so you can be productive for somebody else. Alone, that means you're always available. And purchasing. But maybe I know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm just talking crap. Maybe I'm just talking blah, 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 blah. Maybe so. Maybe so, maybe so. But let's see what the ladies are having to say about it. I want to hear from you ladies because I really want to understand, what do you think is holding modern women back? What is holding modern women back, ladies? Because it can't be, because it has to be coming from somewhere. You're the most free, most educated, most liberated. There is no woman in modern history that has had more equality of opportunity than modern American women. Why then are so many of you so angry, so unhappy? And you can walk around and look at it. Happy people do not eat themselves into 200-pound frames. All this different color, expressive adornments. You can say what you want to, but when I'm out and about, I am not seeing women that are happy. But when I come back to the neighborhood or go back to I am seeing women who are happy in these places. Now, when I'm out and about in the public, I'm not seeing happy women. But when I go where I'm going, I see happy women. And they look like women of days gone by. If I see it, ladies, I know you have to see it too. What are they doing to make them happy? And that was what old girl's problem was. You go show me a woman that's happy with such and so forth. Because she wasn't happy. She wasn't happy. Angry, combative. But let's get into it. Get the likes up. The numbers are a little bit off tonight. Did you guys get the notification? Because I haven't gone live in a little bit. We're probably off schedule. But we'll get back to it. Ladies. Ladies only, no men. Ladies only, no men. I'm not talking to men today. Let's get into it. We get back in the swing of things.
Yeah. Luna. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar, y si no hay para emigrar. Todo money, money, todo el dinero. Solo un par de gente se lleva el botín entero. Funny, funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienen lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero llegaremos antes o después. Solo a lo suyo, que Dios te lo ve. Que por más que tarde lo veré caer. Somos más lo bueno y tenemos fe. El dinero ya lo veré.
It's my birthday. Hit the cash app, people.
El más grande no olvidaré. De dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción. Yeah. No me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré. De dónde vengo y cómo fue.
Shout out to Will S. Big Shirley.
El mundo quiere dinero.
Big Shirley.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Corazón. De corazón. Ya lo ves. La plata no te
at the
hace
same-
ser feliz.
Big Shirley.
Corazón.
Big Shirley.
Corazón.
Get home early.
No te hace ser feliz. Money work.
PhD. But she can't find no man. That's so damn sad. She got a PhD. But she can't find a man. I'm a PhD.
Money work.
PhD. Really educated, Can't find no man. But I'm a PhD. But you can't find no man. But I'm a PhD. Where's your husband? I would not choose to be. What does that mean? I'm a PhD. How dare you ask me where my husband is, sir? I'm a PhD. I would not choose to be subjugated in something as archaic as a union of profound emotional significance that leads toward generational offspring and things that everybody else on the planet tend to want. No, 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 no. I've got a PhD.
I'm a PhD.
I've got a PhD, and don't you know that's all I need? I'm a PhD in my doggy. Woofity woof woof woof. Come on, Fido. Get on. Get the dog. Shout out to Jigsaw. You like the new cartoons, by the way? We're going to do more of those. Shout out to Jigsaw. Now, in order to get on the show, you must be on the camera. It must be visible. What do you got for me? You must be on the camera. You must be visible.
Hello, how are you?
I am well. What do you got for me?
Can you hear me?
I can. How old are you?
Oh, I was just thinking that women do.
All right, here we go. I see 6 people in there. I don't think. Do you not understand? Do you not understand how to read, man? Goodbye. Oh, you'll never be seen, you little weirdo. Look, some of you guys got dad issues. I'm not your dad. Stop trying to make me your pops, okay? I'm good with the family I have, okay? Thank you, appreciate it. But stop trying to come in here acting like I need to change the rules and what I say just because you got access to a phone. You're not going to make it on camera. No one will see you. And you just look stupid. I mean, seriously. This little weirdo came up here. Oh, hey, look. I got a mushroom haircut. Look at me. I'm so cool. You realize ain't nobody going to see you ever? All right. So here's what we do. And look at him. He's probably going to be mad. All right. So what's your name? Asia? Unmute yourself. Have you called in before? Money World. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, please. Your audio is not connected correctly. Hello? Unmute yourself. What do you do? Unmute, please. Hello? I can, but you're kind of behind. How are you? Good. What do you have for me on the topic? Yes, that's it. 20. Why are you too? Okay, but you're kind of young. Are you in college? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, the one that's doing the dance. Cool. Um, but you're. When did you get into? When did you start working? Okay. Okay. So, what do you want to be long term? Notice how I'm talking about. Where's the okay? One thing that I need you women to start doing is understand why do you always lead with your careers? That's masculine. What about the man? What about family? What? Okay. But you do you, okay. Tell me about what you want from your personal life. Yes. Okay. Were your mom and were your mother and father married? Okay, but you pledged AKA. How many of the 20 how many of the 20 Pearl founders were married? Right. I know the history very well. There's nothing modern about Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. So what's the conflict? Let's talk about that. How many children does your mother have? From how many different men? Okay. You may love your mother, but who is she to tell you what you don't need when she didn't have? I'm gonna say more likely than not, your mother loved you, but she's likely sabotaged you. Because here's where you're at. You said you're an educator of second grade. Whoa. So you're gonna go raise and you're gonna go presumably raise and teach other people's children. One of the most influential people in my life was my second grade teacher, but she was married. So you're 22. So where do men fall? Where do men fall in your world then? Okay, she's 22 years old. She's the money world girl, and we're talking about her becoming a modern woman. She's a mother. Her mother has three kids by two different guys, and I'm trying to understand. I asked her where do you want to get to. I'm trying to understand why, as a woman who's an Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, you're a second grade teacher in the daycare, but you're 22. You get to decide whether or not you want to have a man. But do
Hmm.
you even know how to work with a man?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you want to have children one day?
I do.
Okay. Then at what point do you think you need to start focusing like a laser on the deficiencies you have with working with men to make sure you don't end up a baby mama?
Hmm. Definitely now more than ever is the time to focus on that. But I've known that since about 18, 19, since I've been pushed into the world of dating, not having much luck with it. So knowing that I don't have the long-term relationship experience I would
Okay.
need to keep a man to marry them.
So you can love your mother, you can have respect for your mother, but she's not the person you need to be listening to.
I understand.
Because right now at 22, you're responsible for what happens. And it saddens me to hear so many young sisters who are teachers teaching other people's kids, and then they're going home to their dog or their cat. Um, so where are you going? Where do you think you can go get this knowledge from, since you didn't get it growing up?
I've definitely been listening to my older brother. He's the one that actually told me to start watching your channel. He's married and
Okay.
he does have a lot of good advice for me, but
Okay.
also listening to just the men that I've been talking to, I've actually been starting to ask them more questions
Okay.
about how they see women and what do they actually want out of their women.
Are you in an alumni chapter?
Alumni chapter, no, I just moved to Ohio. I was
Okay.
living in California. That's where I went to school.
Okay. Well, I would suggest joining an alumni chapter, uh, because you'll probably find that most of the women in the alumni chapter are married. And you can hear men's perspective, but you're also going to need to hear married women's perspective, because your mother made her choices. And again, you could love your mother, but I don't think you want to be a mother of three by two different men.
I definitely don't.
And the way you end up, and if you don't start, how we got here is I said, where do you see yourself in the future? And she immediately went into her career. And that's the problem. So many of our sisters go immediately into their careers. And no, I mean, long term, how many children would you like to have?
About 3.
So you don't plan on having a career. My ex-mother-in-law became a teacher so she could stay at home with her kids. See what I mean? These career talks, I want a career, but to have a career means you got to be dedicated to put the long hours in. Ladies, you cannot have a career and a thriving family. Long hours are required in our system. Can't serve 2 masters. So now, if you know you want 3 children, unless you want to be doing what so many women have done prior with the coronavirus, we had a lot of women leave their job, especially a lot of educators. In 1 month, we had 800,000 jobs lost. We've had almost 2 million jobs lost in this country since the coronavirus, and 96% of those have been female jobs. Women who were teachers, women who owned teachers, they had children and they would go teach at a public school. But in order to go do their job, they had to take their kids where? To daycare. And when the daycares closed, those women who were single with kids had to do what? Stay at home with their kids because they had no place to take their kids.
Right.
Women who were married and teachers realized, you know what? This is crazy. We're paying thousands or hundreds or thousands of dollars to put our kids into daycare while I go teach somebody else's kids. And the coronavirus taught that woman it's better for me to stay at home, teach my own kids and save that money. Teachers don't make a lot of money.
Right.
So this is why I need you ladies to hear that if you want children, that needs to be your priority, not this career that you're not going to have. Careers are for single women. How about that? Let's just put it there. Careers are for single women. You can have it, but you cannot serve 2 masters. Now, I'm quite sure there are going to be women that disagree with me, but what do you think about that?
It makes a lot of sense. And a lot of the confusion I've been having as of recently was, why do I want to be married? And that's what I was saying about what I've been seeing on TV. I've always seen the message that I want to be married. I want to wear the wedding dress. I want to push out the 3 kids. But why do I actually want that when my passion is teaching kids? So do I want to teach my own kids, or do I want to just spend the rest of my life working to teach kids? I don't know.
Okay. Well, do you feel like you got a balanced upbringing?
I don't.
That's why. Your upbringing was chaotic.
I am chaotic. Yeah, I will admit that.
But your upbringing, there was no balance. You have a brother. How many children did your mom have? 3? How many boys? How many girls?
3. My dad had many.
Okay, but your mom has 3 kids. How many boys?
How many boys? There's 2 boys, and I'm the only girl.
Your mom had 2 boys, and okay. So it is not normal to want to go, what you have to pass on is valuable. It's not normal to want to not pass it on to your lineage, but instead go invest in somebody else's lineage and make that person an asset. That's not normal for a woman. The first children you're supposed to want to teach are yours, but it doesn't surprise me because it sounds like you were raised by a masculine woman. So she didn't likely nurture, or I'm going to say she likely maintained you, but raised you to be a woman. She raised you to go get a job. She raised you to be a man. Because you're talking about children like men talk about kids. You guys carry a child. You guys bond with the child. You're not supposed to want to have anybody taking care of your child. You're supposed to be conflicted about even handing them over to daycare. That's supposed to be a problem because you don't know what that person's going to be telling your kid or teaching your kid while you're going to get them few shekels from work.
Right.
But you're talking like a man as though, well, we just have to do what we have to do because the mother is the first teacher of the child and the transmitter of culture. You go off and teach somebody else's kids, who's programming your children? But they come home programmed with what? What some other woman taught her because you abdicated your responsibility. That's one way of looking at it. Number two, the way you're talking is from a single woman standpoint, as if I would never have a man. I would never be a helpmate to somebody else. I will never have a quote unquote partner. And that will become a self-fulfilling prophecy as long as you thinking that way. But if you are thinking, I need to make myself a wife so my husband can find me, so then I can have our children and then I can raise his seed and teach our children, that's a completely different mindset. You get to choose. Can't choose how you're raised, but you can choose how you go into the world. But the way you're talking is like a modern woman. And if you watch my show, you're 22 right now. These are the years to be getting this done. Don't hot girl summer it up, or just take your time to focus. No, you don't have time. You need to act like you need to act like you need to do this at light speed. Get around feminine energy and start learning the things you didn't learn. Reparent yourself. And love your mother. Don't take her personal advice on love life. That's just the wise thing to do. Make me a full length video with that Money World thing. Full length. Okay. Money World. All right. Later, Chica.
All right.
Bye-bye. Yeah, I mean, I try to be careful when I talk about folks' mothers and stuff, guys, because, that's delicate, but it saddens me to hear so many women tell their daughters, you don't need no man. You know what you're doing to your daughters? You're dooming them to a life of bullcrap because you couldn't get your shit together. No other race of women walks around talking about they don't need their men like black women do. And I would say that I'm sorry. 1 in 4 of you will marry. The average sister is 5'4", 187 pounds, and not happy. I mean, if you just look at the archetype or the stereotype, I don't think you need a man more than anybody else, because maybe, just maybe, that can help balance you out to get you back into your feminine, to get you into your actual better suited role in the world. Because you're not really good at trying to be a man because you think you want to get out here and rough and tumble with men. Men ain't going to play fair. Men ain't going to play fair. Men are going to do what we do. Ladies, go ahead and call in. You can also call in if you disagree, call in. You got a question, call in. I'm talking to the modern women. Want to talk to the modern women tonight. Maya, your audio is not connected. Unmute yourself, Maya. Unmute yourself. All right. She just went away. Alicia, go ahead. You're back again. You got to book you a session, woman. What's going on here? This is the last time you get to call in. You got to your limit now. What's going on?
Finding that a lot of them think that they can actually compete with these younger women who are the real feminine women, the cooperative women, and the inspiring women. Modern women have gotten their education and they have their money, and they actually think they can compete with these women that the men want, okay? because I'm one of those women that the men want. And I'm
Mm.
finding myself always being challenged by these overly educated, well-paid, bossy women to the point where they are even disrespectful towards me. But I know they can't compete with me. They flock around me, take whatever they think they can take from me, try to go and use that and still fail
Hold on, hold on,
poorly.
hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, all right, hold on. I was with you on a few points. Modern women think they can compete with younger women. You know what you're saying? The educated, these PhD types,
These
think,
PhD types,
think they can compete with younger women.
younger women, and they think they can compete with the women who are real feminine, real cooperative
Compete with them for what?
for the men, those
Okay.
high value men. And those
Well,
high value
well,
men,
I think. Hold on. I think those women you're talking about think they can compete with men.
they think they can compete with everybody because they
Well,
went and got that
but they don't.
education
But
and
they
they got
don't
money.
look at you as. But they don't look at women who are not as educated as them or as accomplished from a financial standpoint as competition.
Right, until they realize that they are competition. I have the perfect example. I went to work for one of those women. I have my bachelor's degree. She has a master's degree. In the process of working for her, she
Mm-hmm.
was trying to get me to hook her up with some men. I
Mm-hmm.
refused to do that. And that's when she started putting me down for only having a bachelor's degree.
Okay. So I get it. I get. I mean, here's the thing. I get what you're saying. I think it's uh, kind of a self-serving point. Honestly, I don't think it's the bigger issue. Um, because none of you have a man.
I
Not the
have,
man you want. Not the ones you want. Because
I actually do.
well, okay, let's move you to the side. If you're still competing for men, that means you're out there.
Well, in
To the
other
ver-
words, I'm not actually competing because I always have what I want. But in
okay,
my
hold on. Just
experience with those women,
time out. Weren't didn't you say? I think you've been on before. And you weren't you
I'm
trying to get back with?
divorced.
You were trying to get back with your ex, but it didn't. But you guys just decided to go your separate ways.
Right. And so I'm a single woman.
Right. So that's what I mean. And do you want to be remarried,
Not at this
or do you
point.
want to be? In, or you want? Do you want to be in a serious monogamous relationship, whatever you call it? Do you want to not be out there dating?
It doesn't really matter at this point because I had that for many
Okay. What do you
years.
want from what do you want with a man?
The romance and
Uh,
sexy days and
Okay, but
nights
how
occasionally.
what do you call that situation between you guys? What do you label it as? If it's not a
Um,
marriage, what do you label it as?
um, just intimacy,
No,
intimate
man. No,
friends.
see, no. See?
I don't want a husband. I don't
Okay,
want a boyfriend.
okay, well, but see the thing is, and the point I'm trying to prove is you ladies get so involved in your cat fighting and we find it all unattractive.
Exactly.
So I'm trying to tell you, just like you saying these women do this and women do that. And I said, none of you have a man.
hmm Well, I have a man, and we are seeing each other. We've been seeing each other off and on since 2015, and we're happy the way we are.
Okay.
He's
You
15
got,
years younger than I am. He
oh,
has a
no,
great
no.
career,
Okay. Oh, okay. All right.
and
All
I'm
right.
happy.
Okay. Hold on. I'm trying to let this kind of play out, man, but you called in before
Right.
in less than 6 months talk about getting back with your ex-husband. And then call back
Right.
and then you call back and say, well, he's
Right.
decided he
Because
didn't
I
want
have
to do this.
choices. I
Yeah,
have
but you
choices.
also capping too, ma'am. And I don't allow women to come on and cap about other women because you're out here doing the same modern
I'm
woman
not
stuff.
capping.
Okay,
I'm
don't
just
you know? No. Yes, you are. You're talking
no,
modern women do this, modern women do that, and no guys want to hear this. That's cat fighting.
no, I'm just telling you what I'm seeing and how
Huh. No. That's why I said this is the last time to call in, man. We've seen you. You got your point. It's cool. But a woman who's got a man who's 15 years younger, you just want a nebulous relationship with man. Hey, enjoy. Do your happy thing. Not really what we're doing today, though. Um, I'm very specific about women who give advice to other women. And if you don't want anything with another man, go great. But what I'm saying is men are turned off by women trying to when ain't none of y'all got the situation you really want. You may have a situation that works for you, a situation that you may accept. But anywho, I try to be. All right, Tiffany, your microphone's not connected. Your microphone's not connected, Tiffany. So I can't let you on until your audio is connected. All righty, Andrea and CO. If you don't show your face, you cannot get on. Start your video. Andrea, then Carolyn, then Tiffany. Andrea. But thank you, Alicia. You know, I like some of your points, but I think we've had it. Hello.
Hi, good evening.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. How old are you, by the way?
I'm 19, so I don't know if I'm old enough to contribute.
Probably not. You prefer not to be put on camera. Okay, but you got to be on camera here. Are you in college?
Yeah.
Well, what do you want from a man in this world?
So I actually just thought I'd hop on to give my opinion on the topic on what's really holding modern women back.
Okay.
So I think for people around my age group and older Gen Z, I think it's really a self-confidence issue that's holding us back.
Okay. What do you mean?
I think, oh,
What do you mean?
sorry, I'm a little nervous. I've never done this before.
That's okay. You're just talking to me right now. You're not on camera. You're just talking
Okay. Okay, cool.
Self-confidence in what?
Self-confidence, just in themselves and their abilities and what kind of partner they can really have. I think that if you don't have like the appropriate guidance in your life, because you do talk a lot about that and the type of mothers that women have and how they sometimes grow up with masculine women, I think that sometimes they don't have the confidence in themselves and they see other feminine women with these high value men and they probably say like, I don't think they're for me. I don't think I could ever obtain that.
Okay.
So I definitely think, and I see that a lot with people my age.
What about what does that pertain to you as well?
Yes, I think sometimes I do suffer from like imposter syndrome and like low self-confidence because sometimes I feel like I haven't really like found myself yet and I'm not 100% sure of myself yet. Yeah.
Well, let me say something. One of the first things you said is suffer from issues with confidence regarding the kind of men that they can have. And that's backwards. You can't have a man. A man picks you. That gets often rewired when you were raised by masculine women because it's almost like women like you almost speaking as though you had to go out and find a man.
Right.
No. You have to become a feminine asset and people seek out assets. So you're an attractive young lady, but you weren't raised with your dad in the house. Yes or no? Was he in the house?
Yeah, my parents got divorced when I was in high school.
Okay. So you have a deeper register for your voice. So that's going to come across as masculine. So you need to be cognizant of that and work on it because having a deeper register is what it is. You may just have to lower your tone down or, and start hanging around women who are more feminine. The kind of women that you wish you had their kind of outcomes with men, copy what they do. Because they're doing something that works. But then at the end of the day, what kind of lifestyle do you want to have with a man? What kind of outcomes? And then work backwards. Because you can't change how you were raised. But I don't believe in predeterminism. If that's the case, that means if we didn't have the correct upbringing, we all might as well just walk off the edge of a cliff because there's no life left. I don't buy that.
Right.
But I do understand the fear though. But now the biggest thing is you're aware of you're aware of your issues. Now start working on it. Appreciate it, young lady.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, she's cute. I'm not gonna put on camera. She's cute. All right, Carolyn. Carolyn says she doesn't want to be on camera, so that's fine. I'll talk to you. I just have this as a backup in case. And then Tiffany, you after that, Carolyn, and after that it's Maggot. Carolyn, go ahead and unmute yourself. No problem. How old are you? All right. What's really holding modern women back?
I think that feminism in general is holding women back. I think it's taught a lot of women that men are looking for the qualities that women look for. Like they want women to have high paying jobs and like bring that to the table, when I think men aren't interested in that at all. And no one really ever talks about that, except, I mean, I found you, but I haven't really heard that from anyone else.
Yeah, we don't care. We want
Exactly.
fit feminine, but I'm starting to hear more men talk about it. The reason a lot of guys don't talk about it is because it was punished. It was punished
By feminists.
Yeah. So, and the thing is, if you want to have less of it, you guys have to start standing up to these women who say they're speaking for you. That's one of my goals. I get tired of women who claim to be feminists, but who are really selfish and using feminism as a weapon to bludgeon men and to silence women like yourself because you don't want to be seen as speaking against women. When you know you don't want the kind of outcomes or situation that these so-called female advocates would have for you. I mean, I don't think you want to go dig ditches, fight wars, build skyscrapers, clean sewage. I mean, you don't strike me as that kind of woman. I mean, you can if you like to, but I don't think you really would prefer to do that, given a choice of doing something that's better suited for your temperament or skill set. I mean, tell me.
Well, no, I think you're totally on it. And it's ironic because I think most women I know would rather be in the home. And it's like, we want to stay at home and take care of kids, but we almost feel embarrassed to even want that because you've been taught so much that it's like looked down upon. You know what I mean? To not have a career.
Did you happen to watch, did you watch Marvel's Infinity War or Endgame?
I haven't seen it.
Okay. Well, how about this? Now's the time. Now the battle is engaged. More men are starting to speak about this. It's starting to become a little bit more acceptable. We're going to need women allies because there are a lot of men who actually have been taught to believe the same thing you believe. There are men who are like, I think it's misogynistic to want a woman to be a traditional this or that. And it's like, well, no, it's not.
Totally. It's like,
So we're going to need you. So here's what I would suggest. Anytime you're hearing women say these kind of things, challenge it. Don't walk away. Challenge it and say, well, you know, that may be right for you, but what's right for women like myself is the choice to be this. And if you really believe in equality for women, you should support my choice because especially if you want a firm country and a community, the fundamental building block of a society is the family.
I agree with that.
Individuals. But all right, thank you. You won't be on camera.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thanks.
And thank you for at least popping on and playing by the rules. All right, Tiffany, you're next. Carolyn, go ahead and drop, please. Tiffany's next. And then Meghan. I don't know how to pronounce your name, man. Megan? I don't know. Tiffany, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Okay. Hey.
Hola. Hi. How are you?
I'm good. We talked before.
Yeah, I thought you looked familiar.
Mm-hmm. But
How
what
old
I
are you
want to
again?
say,
How old are you
I'm
again?
39.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So what I wanted to say to the younger women, the 22-year-old, which I wish at this point I had done some of the things that I already knew. I come from a generation of stay-at-home moms,
Okay.
a generation of women who were married for years, still are married.
Mm-hmm.
They've outlived their husbands.
Mm-hmm.
When I was younger, I didn't have a career choice. When people ask you, what do you want to be? You know, my daughters, I have 2 daughters, they can tell you right now, one wants to be a teacher, one wants to be a lawyer. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have that. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom.
Okay.
I wanted to be a mother. I wanted to be a wife. I regretted that because a lot of my things didn't come the way that I felt like it didn't. And we talked about endurance the last time.
Mm-hmm.
I endured. We
Mm-hmm.
talked about the embarrassment of certain things. But it comes to with Black women, if you're only raised with a lot of Black women who've never been wives and stay-at-home moms, then it does, like the last caller said, you feel bad. I didn't feel bad when everybody asked me, I want to be a mom, I want to be a wife, and I was able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to also teach, like my mom, she's still married to my dad, 45 years, but she also taught us to have something to fall back on because she didn't. So I'm a nurse and my marriage didn't last the way that I thought it would, but I'm able to support my kids. But I'm also not doing what the typical Black woman would do, even though my ex isn't doing what I want him to do or what I think he should be doing. I'm not going to
How long
bash
have you guys? How long have you guys been separated or divorced? Or
about 2 years.
See, women like yourself don't tend to stay on the market long.
Women like what?
Women like yourself don't tend to stay on the market long. You have a completely different energy than women who are your age with some of your same statistics. Women like you don't tend to stay on the market long. It's highly likely you'll be remarried in under 3 or 4 years.
And I see that, and I feel myself getting upset with that because I think men, they look at me and they're like, oh, you're a good, with this whole view of it all. But it's more for my kids too. I don't want to raise women who feel like because your mom didn't do this, then now, because my grandma, who went with my grandfather, but still was married to him, was like,
what do you want? What do you want with a man in your life?
Companion. Right now, I just want to have fun. I want to raise my kids, but I want to travel. I want to have fun. I want to laugh. I want to joke. I want to be an Oprah and Stedman, but not because she's never been married. I've already done it, so it's not a big deal for me to be married again.
Well, I would say there are different kinds of arrangements, but the net of it is you seem like you were raised in a relationship context.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It tends towards marriage, even if the first one was unsuccessful.
Right.
Because the kind of men you're looking for, women like yourself, will tend to want to make it formal. So
right.
What I would say is, if I'm hearing you speak. I'm reading in between the lines. As long as you don't become angry and bitter, you get do-overs. I mean, women who are raised feminine and cooperative have options that women who are masculine, degreed, PhD'd, and aggressive can't buy. So I just say don't turn off any possibilities.
Right.
In the long term, I'll stand by what I said. I think you're probably gonna be out the market in a couple of 3 or 4 years. And I know enough about men and enough about women to where you're like, yeah, this is what I want, until that right guy come down to Milk Island Whole Foods.
I agree with you.
All right, appreciate it. I'm gonna get on to the next. I got a lot of calls in here.
Okay.
Bye. Bye. Yeah, man. When you find a woman that comes from a family of married women, those women tend to get snapped up. If her family is married, that's relationship DNA. Everybody makes mistakes. I mean, people can happen. Relationships can break apart. But folks like Tim too. Okay, let's go ahead, Megan. All right, let's get it. Are you watching yourself on TV? You gotta turn the TV off though. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. You turned off your camera. Unmute.
Okay.
Are you
Can you hear
at
me?
home? Are you at home by yourself?
Yes.
Okay. What do you got for me?
Okay. So I agree with a lot of the things that you say. But so I recently have been divorced. I was in an 11-year relationship, 8 years married to the same man. I joined the military right out of high school and everything was good. So I thought I was going to have like my happily ever after. So I thought, until probably about a year and a half ago, kind of found out he was creeping. Unfortunately, I kind of knew, but it brought it to a head when my daughter, because he introduced his girlfriend.
So I gotta ask. Do you have a question?
Yes. So when you were saying about, okay, like, like we not necessarily shouldn't be independent. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mama, obviously. Okay. I believe that that's what I'm supposed to do. But being that now that he has done what he has done, it's put me in a position not to be with him. With me not being with him, I have now had to become independent. So I am that, not necessarily I don't need a man, because I want a man, obviously. How do you get around that? Like,
have you
a
had
strong
counseling?
Black woman, like, how do you get around it?
Hold on. You're with him for 11 years, 8 of those married.
Yes.
How long has your divorce been final?
It's not all the way final, because in the state of Louisiana with property and children. So I have like 3 more months.
Hey, all right. You shouldn't even really be dating.
But he's living his best life.
I don't. Okay. Oh, see. We don't do tit for tat.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
It's not tit for tat.
No, and it's not. And
okay,
I get that.
So I'll let you speak.
Okay.
11 years.
Mm-hmm.
Dating, just kicking and having sex, great, but you're not really ready for anybody else. You don't have emotional availability or capacity. See, at this point in time, you could easily go trying to play tit for tat with him and screw your life up completely. Or you could actually 5 steps of grief, heal, get some therapy, get some help, right size fit your life, and then go into the rest of it with a better outcome. Your choice.
And see, I am doing that. I actually am in counseling. Once it all started, I started counseling for me and my daughter.
Who has custody?
I do.
Where does he live?
I moved to Florida and he lives in Louisiana.
Why'd you move to Florida?
It was more of so we live in a small town in Louisiana. So it was more of
okay, but that's where her daddy is.
I understand that's where daddy is.
So why'd you go to Florida?
He agreed.
I don't care if you agreed. I'm asking why.
So I'm in school. I got accepted into a school out here. So that's what I'm doing out here.
Okay. All righty. That's 2 strikes. I've already heard you're already going down the selfish path. You're already going down the dark side.
But how?
Well, first of all, you're angry.
Okay. I'll take that.
Yeah, and any decision you make when you're angry, fearful, scared, or scarcity is wrong.
But I didn't make the decision like right away.
I don't care. It's still wrong. Ma'am, first thing I said was, you're not ready to date. He's living his best life. That's some childish shit. Number two,
Okay.
if you were still married, would you have left your husband to go to school in Florida? No, you'd stay with your husband in Florida. But since you're divorced and he cheated and broke your heart or whatever, I'm gonna take my baby. I'm gonna take my kid and go to Florida. But that's her daddy. You called, ma'am. You asked for it.
I know you're right. You absolutely
I know.
right.
So you're gonna end up making him a distance dad, and this is her. That's her. See, that's your man. That's her daddy. She gonna love him regardless as to what you feel. And then you're gonna take that to Florida in school. Go and get your PhD. Go ahead. Go ahead and become a strong, independent black woman in Florida. They got plenty of room for you down there. And what state? What city are you in?
I'm in Jacksonville.
It ain't like that. Jacksonville's overflowing with eligible men in Jacksonville. And they damn sure ain't looking for no angry ex-wives.
I'm really not that angry.
Oh yeah, ma'am.
I'm really not.
I read people very okay. You're right.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah,
I'll give you.
I know. So you can't lie. You can lie to yourself, but I feel it. You're angry, and you do things when you're angry that you regret later on. You went to Florida, and because you said it because it makes sense, and most women won't say, "Go on, girl. He did whatever, go whatever." But you took your daughter, his daughter, from him with you. See, it's not like you see. I got a novel idea, strange, but floated with me.
Okay.
How about you could have moved to Florida and left his daughter with him?
Oh, hold up. Well, if that's the case, I did offer. I have text messages. I offered for him to keep her while I was finishing school. And he told me that I am the mother.
No, not while you're finishing school, just period.
Well, I didn't say I was going to stay here forever.
No. But see, understand what I'm saying, audience. Women tend, when they get angry, especially in our community, you ladies tend to, I'm taking my ball and go home. That's his child too. If school is what you needed, you could have gone to school and left her with her dad, and you could have came and visited. I mean, you're the one that wanted to go to school. She didn't want to be away from her daddy. And then you offered him on text message and such and so forth. I mean, if our interaction is any indication, I'm sure there's probably a bit of contention between you guys. So I'm taking everything with a grain of salt. But at the end of the day, how long you plan on being in Florida?
Until I finish school.
How long is that, ma'am? I'm not Karnak. I don't
know.
know.
Sorry. Another 2 years.
Right. How old is your daughter?
She's 9.
9. So let's give her 10 years. 2 years is 20%. You're going to have her away from her dad, 20% of her life. Huh. Because you want to go to school. If school was that important, she left her with her daddy.
I offered.
No, you didn't offer, just drop her. Here's your daughter. Offer, here you go. I'm going to school.
I mean, I'm just not going to drop her like a sack of potatoes, but I did offer. And he said he could not take care of a daughter.
Well, I'm saying you can't make him be a father. But what I'm saying is ultimately she's in the middle with you guys.
Most definitely.
And when a woman is angry, justified or not, that's why I say counseling, therapy, because none of the decisions are going to be easy or cut and dry. But when you're angry, she's going to be the one hurt. And I'm not speaking from a place of inexperience. Somebody has to decide to stop with the anger. He wronged you, granted. You said that he said what?
He told me that he could not raise a daughter.
So if you were killed in a car accident, what would happen to her?
My mother would have to take her.
What does he do for a living?
He is a welder supervisor, like
Does he have any other children?
foreman. He has another child by another woman. Yes.
How old is that child?
11.
Does he pay child support?
He does not.
11 years old. So he had a baby when you met him?
When I met him, it was a one-night stand right before I met him, and the woman came up like while we were dating, probably like 4 months in, to say she was pregnant.
Okay, and after that, he still wasn't involved, right?
No. He was involved. Like, honestly, we had that child because that mother was actually on drugs. The OCS was in the life, so we actually had the child.
Okay.
And when I say we, it was actually me, because he worked a lot away.
All right. Okay. You picked him. I'm sorry. I keep going back to you picked him. So he's got a baby from a one-night stand. Okay. And then you raising the kid. Where's that kid now? Is it back with his mother?
No, she's not allowed to have him. So he's still with his daddy.
Wait a minute. I thought your husband was his daddy.
That's what I'm saying. Well, he's not my husband.
Your ex-husband. So wait
correct.
A minute.
He has that child.
If he can raise a boy, oh Jesus.
That's my point.
Look, your Godfather's right, people. No matter how I get to it, I get to it.
He can raise a boy.
The way you were telling this story, you left out that critical detail. I'm thinking this guy has either no kids or has a kid somewhere. He's not paying child support. He's not paying child support because he has custody.
Yes, he does have custody.
But ain't what the French toast you said? I
said he doesn't have custody of our child. I have custody of our child.
Listen to the replay, man. Okay. Let's take it down, Peg. He has custody of a child as a result of a one-night stand. True or false?
Correct.
Then I am more than certain he would take custody of a child as a result of marriage. Knock off the BS. I'm just saying. What he said on text message. What I'm saying is the text message. I don't know. That's why I said this is between you two grown folks. And what I ultimately said is the kids. Because if that child, his son, was that son around your daughter?
Yes, she was. Yes, he was.
Right. And you just broke and there we go. Split family. You could have gone to school. The son and daughter with the dad. You visit. This is a mess. And that's why I say
I wish you could.
No.
I wish you can hear. I wish I could go into more depth into it.
I'll tell you what. That's not even ma'am. This is a problem with being the modern situation, because I'm gonna honestly tell you what you might not want to hear. He cheated on you?
Ahead.
He cheated on you?
Multiple times.
Is that the reason? Did he apologize?
After, yes.
And so you divorced him because of infidelity?
Not for one time.
For 2 times?
No, I found out it was the entire time. And the last straw was when he introduced this last woman to my daughter.
Yeah, that's pretty horrible.
That is very horrible when my child comes home and says, yeah, I met Miss Rachel.
I would take, here's the thing. Again, I go back to what I said, counseling, because I'm getting your side of the story.
Most definitely.
I'm hearing all kind of red flags. He may be bad, but you're not innocent in this either. But at the end of the day, there's a boy who has a sister he got attached to that you took to Florida, and you want to show me some text messages, ma'am. I don't.
Okay.
This is the counseling for all of y'all.
Most definitely. Me and my daughter are in counseling.
But me and my daughter. What about your stepson? Your former stepson, because
he's in counseling also for other issues.
Okay. Ooh, Jesus. I would say no, because I don't. If I had time, I would do it. I really would, because the flags that are going off my head, you ladies come in and often have the story to tell about the man. You know what? That's maybe a good series, because at the end of the day, man, you still went to Florida with the daughter.
I did.
Because, okay, and I'm sorry, you broke a family up. You could have went to Florida and left the kid with the daughter with her father and with her stepson. You did that. And I don't want to hear about text messages. You could have said, well, you got one, you the other. I got to go do this. And I guarantee you, he would have found a way to take care of a child he was already taking care of.
Okay.
I'm not buying this. Not buying that bullshit. Not buying it. I'm just not buying it. That's why y'all gotta. I'm sorry, ladies. People get upset with me because I hold women to the fire. But y'all listen how she was telling that story. Like, he got a one night stand and got her pregnant and wasn't paying child support. If I wouldn't have asked those additional questions, you wouldn't have known that he actually has custody of his son. She was making it seem like that man was irresponsible and wasn't fit to raise a son, and he has custody of a son. If he got custody of one, he could have custody of two. You could have carried your ass down to Florida. But no, blame men always because he cheated. I guarantee. I would love to. That may be a series. I may need to do some more Povich kind of shit, because rarely is it just that cut and dry, and I'm just a perpetual victim. And even if he was, let's say he was, sorry, eat the bullet. Don't break the family up. Don't break the family up. All right, who we go to next? I need a drink after that one. I'm going to have some people mad at me on there. How you going to tell her to stay back? That's right. Big Mama had a family. Big Daddy had a family across town. You know how many people met their entire other second side of their family at Big Daddy's funeral? I don't want to hear this shit. Hello? You ready? Hi, how are you? Reset. Good. What's your first name?
My name's Angela.
What
I'm
you
on
got
my
for me?
husband's page right now.
Okay, what do you got for me?
So I want to first say I agree with you on so much that you say, because it's a harsh reality and a lot of platforms give us an escape of reality. So to stay on topic, I think modern women are really holding modern women back. There's too many platforms to give us.
What happened? You muted yourself.
Hello?
There we go.
Can you hear? Okay. What was the last thing you heard me say?
You said modern women are holding modern women back. There are too many platforms that are giving women a...
Yes, I want to relate this to a personal story. I am married now, and I'm married to a Henry. I want to say, honestly, I used to be like a 6. I'm a beautiful woman, but I had a lot to work on internally. And a lot of people think because you're beautiful or you have a certain type of career, that's enough. And it's not, because after that's all gone, like, what do you have left? Like, really, what can you offer a man when he's having a hard day at work? He doesn't want that at home. I had to learn to be calm so I can make another man calm. So that being said, a lot of women saw me changing, and I started dating my husband. I do have a child, but also I was a good mother. And I think that's what a lot of women don't want to grasp. You have to be a good mother if you want a man to accept your child. You have to have good ethics as a mother if you want a man to accept those ethics, to, like you said, combine. So anyway, honestly, yeah, because when they saw me growing, oh, he's not good for you. Why are you changing for him? Why are you?
So wait a minute. Your friends gave you pushback because you wanted to become better for a man?
Yes, and I didn't want to be a single mother. I had to sacrifice. I went to school to be an esthetician, and I used to be a bottle girl at a nightclub. I had to sacrifice that stuff because that's not what I wanted in the long run.
So so are you still friends with any of those women from your?
No, I needed new friends. I needed to be around women who lived in my community, who were married, who were aspiring to be married. Even the women who have boyfriends, they were miserable because they still wanted to pop out. They still wanted to be like these Instagram models. They still wanted that validation. And it's like, if you needed that validation, why are you dating? And if you're so worried why you're single, like, change your mindset. So I really do think like modern women give negative tones to women who are trying to change for their future.
I would say I'm glad that you at least had the confidence to go ahead and do what you needed to do, because you're a man and they're going to just have another vibrator, a rabbit, a bullet.
I got me my Henry.
All right then, chick. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Enjoy. I mean, I can tell you, if a woman, let me make it clear, because a lot of times women hear me and you think I'm being hard on single mothers or this or that. Look, if a woman becomes an asset to a man or asset minded, like I always say, you can find somebody and hammer out a deal. Kenny, you're next. Go ahead and unmute yourself. And then go ahead and unmute yourself. Hello.
Hey, Kev. Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Hello. I'm doing wonderful. Thank
So
you
how
so
old are
much
you?
for asking, Kev. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How old are you?
I am 59.
Okay. So what do you have for me on the topic?
So on the topic, I think feminism has a lot to do with why modern women are so out of touch. Being a product of a feminist movement, I would tell you we made a lot of mistakes, Kevin. And one of the things I'm going to tell you is that I thank you for your forum, because your content is right on point. Even though there have been oftentimes I left you twice because I did. I quit you and you didn't even know it. I quit you because I just could not. I thought at the time I just wasn't ready to hear it. But I would tell you it really is on point. It's about a lot less masculinity and a lot more feminine. I was more feminine when I was younger. As I got older, I got very masculine. Absolutely.
Oh, damn.
And so I would tell you it doesn't work. It does not work.
Well, and see, I think women need to hear that coming from other women.
And they do.
Because coming from a man, it's easy to.
We weren't hearing you, Kevin. I wasn't hearing you.
Well, I understand that, and the society is structured to not hear men in general, and black men in particular have really no place of reverence or respect. That's why when I started talking to women and having more conversations, that then people had to at least say, you know what, maybe there are some points. But I appreciate it. I'm trying to get through the rest of these calls.
Cool. No problem. Good night, Kev. Thank you so much. Happy birthday, guy.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Women from the East Coast in the house. Okay, Nefertiri, and then go ahead. Hey, hello.
Hi.
How old are you?
I am 30.
What do you have for me on the topic?
Well, I actually have a question, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
What do you do? So I'm 30. I'm in the danger zone, as you call it. A background on me quickly. I was in a relationship for 10 years. It didn't work out.
Okay.
10
years?
I got 10.
Okay.
From 16 to 26.
All right.
It didn't work out. And then I got in another relationship for about a year. That didn't work out either. I did some reflection the last 2 years. I realized that I do come from a family that's very masculine in terms of their energy. I've had many conversations with my father. My father was trying to tell me this since I was a little girl, but I didn't understand until recently.
So what's your question?
So where do we go? Because there are a lot of women like us, like myself, that feel like, where do we find these high value men in short notice? Like, in the danger zone.
You're asking like many questions at once. First off, you were in a 10-year relationship from 16 to 26. How old was the man?
Same age.
Why didn't you guys get married?
He wasn't my husband.
For 10 years he was. He imprinted on you. Then you say you were in a relationship for a year. After how long after the 10-year relationship broke?
It was supposed to be a rebound, and then it ended up a relationship.
Right, because you're a relationship kind of woman.
Yeah.
How long after the 10-year relationship was over did you start seeing this guy?
Maybe 8 months or 9 months.
Not nearly long enough to detox from a 10-year relationship.
No, it wasn't supposed to be a relationship.
But so finding a high value man, what kind of woman are you? High value man is a very small percentage of men. What kind of woman are you, and what kind of feminine asset would you be to whatever man, especially a high value one?
What kind of? I think there might be people that physically may be more attractive than me, but I think that I'm very caring, compassionate, I'm supportive, I'm a team member.
Okay. So at 30 years old, do you want to be married?
I do.
You want children?
I do.
How many kids would you like to have?
3, but I don't know. 2 would be great.
And what state do you live in?
I'm from Brooklyn.
Are you still in Brooklyn?
Yep.
So in order to have 3 kids in New York, you gotta make a little money.
I know.
So did you go to college?
I did. I'm an RN.
Oh, there we go. Nurses. Seriously though, nursing, hardworking profession, tends to have, strangely enough, so many nurses today tend to be masculine.
Very.
Nursing used to be feminine practice.
Yeah, I agree.
But you're a hardworking woman with no time and RN. How you expect to find a man, high value or not? Because after the hanging out, the kissing, and the sex, then what?
Great question. That's where I'm coming, because there are a lot of women like myself.
No, but I'm concerned with the woman I'm talking to right now. See, one of your women's biggest problem is worrying about other women. You need to save yourself.
You're
Pull
right.
the oxygen mask down over your face first. At 30 years old, how are you competing with 21-year-old women?
Oh.
You're supposed to be able to compete with them on experience, on femininity.
I think I have that.
Yeah, but is it positive?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. We had a healthy relationship until it wasn't.
When wasn't it healthy? What year?
Maybe the 6th year.
So you're in it 4 more after it wasn't healthy. That's not very healthy.
True.
Have you had therapy?
I have.
All right. First, I would say the notion of high value is very finite. Only 10% or less of women get a high value man. A man, an average everyday working man, somebody that you can make a deal with and who wants to have children. This $300,000, $400,000 a year lifestyle, that's not realistic. The average black man makes $42,000 a year, whether it's in New York or California. What does your dad do for a living?
My dad was an electrical engineer, and he did real estate, so he hasn't been working.
Where's your mom?
My mom is also an RN, but works in management.
And are they married?
No, they divorced when I was 3.
Okay. So you have a job that's going to make it very difficult to find a man.
Yeah.
You can be around a bunch of doctors, but because you work hard and long, irregular hours. Hello?
Yeah. I work 3 days a week, 12-hour shifts.
Well, I would say this is where, getting on your feminine journey, which is something I can't help you with, but getting around, softening of the hard edges. And I know coming from Brooklyn, New York, every time I speak to a woman on the East Coast, they got that little bit of a harder edge. But femininity is your secret weapon. And so many modern women have given up femininity for masculinity and a job, but that keeps you alone and single? I don't have a cookie cutter answer, ma'am. I really don't. But I will say this: if you know you want to be married with 3 kids, you are dead in the danger zone.
Danger zone.
27 to 35. You need to focus like a laser on becoming.
So I went part-time. Because I realized
you need to focus like a laser on becoming an asset to the kind of man you want. And that means you need to focus on the kind of man and the lifestyle you want before you can. You need to focus on the lifestyle and the kind of man you want and go backwards from that. Because everything you're about to tell me that you've done is irrelevant if you haven't done what I just said. You're just doing what you think, and you don't have time to do what you think. You need to sit down, figure out what kind of lifestyle do I want to have? How do I want to interact with a man? What do I need? Not what do I want, what do I need, and reverse engineer. Don't just start doing stuff because that's not going to get you the outcome you want. I want to go ahead and get to the next calls, but I appreciate it, man. And she's right. There are a lot of women who are kind of stuck in this position. Miss iPhone, your audio is not connected, so you're standing there, but I can't hear you. Your audio is not connected, ma'am. Your audio is not connected. Let me see to her. She can't hear me. So, guys, she's right that your audio's not connected, lady. You're drinking a glass of wine and everything else. Maybe she can see it now. Your audio is not connected. You, lady. You. Yes, you. I cannot hear you. There we go. Unmute yourself. Your audio is not connected, lady. Yeah, turn it off the TV. And whatever you listening to this on, let's have a conversation. All right. And she just hung up. She just bounced out. So, ladies, understand something. That convincing women to give up femininity was one of the biggest tricks that they pulled on females, in my personal opinion. Femininity is your secret weapon. Like I was talking to the one woman who I said, you'll be married, you'll be in another relationship inside 2 to 3 years. Because she comes from a line of relationship-oriented feminine women. Men are drawn like bees to honey to feminine women. Men want to find those kind of women, keep those women, acquire those kind of women. Everybody in the Zoom room, you will not get on camera unless you will not get. I will not unmute you unless you get on camera. So I don't care whose picture you have up here. Without video, you won't get on. So, yep. So that's how that go. So we let them figure that out. So, because as far as I'm concerned, if you're not gonna get on the camera, because even if you be over here, you're trying to troll, and I don't do that. So, what's holding modern women back? Other women hold you back because, just like that one caller said, when I was trying to evolve, change, become a better version of myself, where'd she push the flack from? She got the flack from other women. She got the flack from other women because they said, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And you got to really question women who have negative opinions of men. I mean, just listen to what a lot of women really say about men. They'll tell you who they are. If they think that men are bad people and ain't worth doing nothing for, and these men are trash and these men ain't this, you need to avoid those kind of women, ladies. That kind of stuff is poison. It's toxic. It's not harmless. It's not innocent. And as we go forward this year, we're going to start talking about a lot of baseline concepts. First Amendment, freedom of the press, religion, speech, all that good stuff. But there's something that's going on right now that's incredible. These double standards that Monday we're going to talk about a curfew. There's a woman who actually is talked about putting forth a motion in the UK to institute a 6 p.m. curfew for men to protect women. I'm like, are you crazy? A 6 p.m. curfew to protect men from. So, yeah, we're going to talk about that. Go ahead, Kaylin. Kaylin. Hello. Okay. Hi, how are you? Good. What do you got for me on the. How old are you, by the way? What do you got for me on the topic?
I was raised by like a mother who she's very masculine in her energy. So
Okay.
I just want to know, since you're a high value man, what more can I do to keep
How long you been dating him?
for 6 months?
Are you guys in this? Do you live in the same place, same city?
We live in the same city, yes.
And you're dating to what goal? What's the end
Uh,
goal?
my goal is to marry him.
Has he stated that he wants to marry you?
Um, we've talked about it, but
Okay.
no, not really.
All right. And how old is he?
He's 25.
It's hard to be a high value man at 25. You have to usually be 30.
Okay.
Because to be a high value man, let me explain what I mean by that. It means
Okay.
you make $10,000 a month or more, and that's in Atlanta, Dallas, Houston. That's those dollars. If you live in a big city or something like that, like New York City, LA, it's adjusted for the cost of living. You make that amount of money, and you've made that amount of money for about 5 years, at least 3 years, going on 5. Reproducible success. You also have to have a career or a position that's LinkedIn level, meaning I'm a VP of mergers and acquisition. Things that people understand, not just I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a hustler. People don't know what that really means because other high value men must recognize you as their peer. Either you are their peer or you have the potential. And the last two, you have a network of high value men and other people, and you're beneficial to others in the group. It is almost impossible for a man 25 years old to have that because he hasn't had enough time, even if he's earning the money. He may make a lot of money, but those other pieces require time. So that being said, number one, I don't think he's what I would consider a high value man. He may be a high earner.
Okay.
Number two, in my personal opinion, unless he's an extraordinary man, extraordinarily mature, he is not ready for marriage. Men, our brains don't come on until 30. We really aren't ready to start considering marriage, in my opinion, until 35.
Okay.
So the fact that you're saying you want to marry him and he's not even mentioned marriage to you is concerning after 6 months. Uh, being submissive is always a good thing, but I would say, is your dad's not around?
My dad is around. He's in my life.
Okay. Well, I don't think you just submit to somebody just because. Not, I mean, he needs to. Does your father know your boyfriend?
He knows about him.
Then this is all wrong.
Okay.
If your father has not met this man, you're far ahead of the curve. He needs to stay just in wanting to make you his wife. He needs to talk to your father. Your father needs to be able to vet this man. And then if he's serious about wanting to move down that path, then go from there. But because if he's serious, the light of day shouldn't dissuade him, especially if he's high value. High value men know what we want. But the other side of it is if you're overly committing to somebody who's not where you are, you're wasting time and you run the risk of becoming abused, upset, jaded. So slow down, get your father involved in this process, or men who care about your outcomes. Your dad, if he's in your life, he wants the best for you. I assume so.
Right.
Then you need to listen to him.
Okay.
You have brothers?
No, I don't. All sisters.
Okay, then listen to dad. But yeah, it's good that you want to be a feminine, submissive woman, but you submit to somebody who's wanting to provide.
Okay.
Not just has provision. He may have provision, but if he hasn't said, "I want to make you my wife," and at 25, he's probably not emotionally mature enough to.
Okay.
Not today, but all right. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Thank you very
You
much.
too.
Yeah, he's attractive. Yep. But I keep it the same, man. Everywhere. I don't want to see anybody get. I'm assuming that he's a solid dude, but you don't start just submitting to just because it sounds good. Ladies, it's not just because you want to be married. Don't the man has to step to you with that. Okay? I was off topic. All right, so that's where we are. Modern women. Watch your circle of who you hang around. Upset and fighting their fight. Angry and upset all the time. Think about it. Think about people who are angry all the time. You avoid them. That's the natural way of things. All right, guys. Talking about Captain America, he's looking so good, this and that. I just couldn't resist myself. But I just reached out and grabbed his boob. Ha 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 ha. And all the women start laughing. And I'm like, so if a man would have reached out and gotta call it out. Don't let it slide. That's how we've gotten this far. Letting stuff slide, not calling it out. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Anyway, I got things to do. I'm tired. I'm hungry. It's late. I'm looking good, smelling good. Your godfather is in the house for sure. I'm a PhD. Ooh.